Welcome back to the second round of the NatWest Six Nation Games kick-off today. And to celebrate, we're looking at gins from some of the countries that are participating.
Yes, we've previously sampled and enjoyed Irish gin. So today we're talking English, Scottish, French and Italian.
And our gin expert, Oisín Davis, has joined us with his top picks. So we had to narrow it down, Oisín, didn't we?
This is it. Sure, we have a limited amount of time, and we've done Irish gins before, so, you know, we've ticked that box. Six Nations is on. And today we're playing Italy, so let's start with an Italian gin.
Okay. So this is Malfi.
Malfi gin. It's distilled with Italian juniper berries and Italian lemons as well. So there's a bit of a limoncello kind of taste off this. It's really nice.
Oisín, why is gin experiencing a renaissance over the last couple of years?
Because
everyone loves it now.
That's true, that's true. There's a massive amount of innovation going on in gins and indeed in tonic waters. So everyone's up their game. They taste better. They have lower sugar, you know, in the tonics. The gins have different types of flavours. They're more interesting.
Gin
so there's
is
a gin for everyone now.
flavoured vodka, isn't it?
The key ingredient you have to have in a gin is juniper berries. If it doesn't have juniper berries, it's not a gin. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And would you agree with adding juniper berries like some bars do?
Can do. You know, it's an open playing field in terms of garnishes. I've seen all different types of garnishes out there. So, you know, if you think that a little bit of extra juniper in your G&T might work, why not? Go for it.
Limoncello, it's really very, very citrus in that one.
Yeah, so that one there, we've mixed it with Fever Tree's elderflower tonic water because lemon and elderflower just go so well together, you know, and that's just a lemon twist. That's just basically, you know, getting your vegetable peeler out and just scraping off the
It's not as
lemon
bitter
skin.
as
I had anticipated.
I think that's the elderflower, is it?
That's right, it's gorgeous.
Where are we off to next, Oisín?
So let's take a trip to France now. Let's have a look at Citadel Gin, the country that we vanquished last week, I might add.
There you go.
It was a glorious win.
Hedging in it for you.
So Citadel is distilled in the Cognac region of France. What happened was the owner of the distillery, he came across a strange rule that said you can only distill cognac from November until March. So he said, you have all these stills, can I use them to make gin? Eventually they caved in and said, yes, go for it. Gorgeous gin, 18 different botanicals in it, including French juniper. And I've paired this one with Thomas Henry tonic water. Gorgeous tonic that's got a lovely good bite to it.
So different to the first one.
Yeah,
so
totally different.
There's
a gin for everyone out there, Simon.
Alcohol percentage, Oisín, what are we talking?
These are all in around 40 to 44 ABV. So
you
a 35 ml measure.
They pack a punch, don't they?
They do indeed, you know, but I know, I mean, like, for instance, a pint would have 2 measures of alcohol, whereas a G&T only has 1.
And you're serving them in nice small glasses too.
I love the gin glasses, they're fabulous.
These glasses are great because, you know, as you hold the glass there, you know, at the stem, you're not actually making the temperature go up, you see. So always keep it nice and cold. And can I say one thing? Always put loads and loads of ice in your G&T. The more ice you have in there, the colder it'll stay for longer.
Okay.
Happy days. All right, so that's France and Italy. Where are we off?
Now we're looking at England, okay?
Come on, England.
This happens to be my favourite gin for today. This is Beefeater 24. Irish connection for this. It's distilled by an Irishman, a guy called Sir Desmond Payne. He's recently been made a knight. He's been distilling for 50 years, and he's Myrtle Allen's nephew. So Myrtle Allen's the lady.
Really?
Yeah, indeed. Great bloke.
Family.
So the gin itself is called Beefeater 24, and what happened was, it's a variation of the regular Beefeater London Dry. It has some Japanese teas in it, and they are steeped in the gin for 24 hours, hence the name. And this one has been paired with Poacher's Irish tonic water. This one is made in Wexford, and it's got some Irish rosemary in it. Pairs really nicely with the spice and the teas that are in the gin itself. It's gorgeous, gorgeous wee drink.
To my uneducated palate, that's somewhere in between the first two in terms of bitterness and sweetness.
Fair point. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, there you go. This guy's on it today. Well done.
I'm learning. That's very
people
nice.
who have been drinking G&Ts way before G&Ts were trendy were possibly drinking Beefeater, weren't they?
They were indeed. You know, it has been around for quite a long time, but then they've brought out different variants of it. This one is a more premium version, and it's distilled in smaller batches. So inspiration came to him actually when he was in Tokyo, and the tonic water he found over there to be very sweet. So he started mixing it with a little bit of green tea, and that's how he came up with the idea for that one. So it's a great gin. I love it.
You like that one?
Yeah. Why are the bottles they're so decadent and pretty?
Aren't they? Yeah.
Much more so than obviously a lot of wine bottles and stuff. Do they take pride, these houses, in creating?
Well, as you were just saying earlier on, as Anna said there, when you get those bottles, you don't want to throw them out. Quite often you see people just like kind of keeping the bottles.
Up and you need to start.
Yeah. And then you look like a bit of a lush. No.
So what's the last one, Oisín?
So the last one is Hendrix. Let's look towards our friends in Scotland, because this is distilled in Girvan in Scotland. What makes this gin particularly interesting is the way that it's made.
Now, what has Hendrix done over every other brand to be the most popular G&T?
It's such a great gin. I mean, fair play to them. So what they've done is they distill the gin as they would normally, okay? And then they add an infusion of rose petal and cucumber. So that's why you always get that cucumber taste. And they were very clever in how they decided to garnish their gin and tonic, because they decided that it would be a good idea for everyone to put, you know, a slice of cucumber in. What I've done with this particular garnish is I've taken a vegetable peeler, I've run it down the side of the cucumber like
It's a
so,
nice idea.
and just scrunched it up into a cocktail stick.
Very
It's really
clever.
nice, you know?
Right, what
Lovely
are we
idea.
thinking, lads? If
Very
you were to
fresh.
choose a gin, choose a country, where are you going, Laura?
Beefeater for me.
Beefeater.
What about you guys?
Okay, I would normally actually order a Hendrix, but you've changed my mind today, and I'm going back to Italy.
Oh, hey, very good.
I really like that first one.
Mine would be Italy, yeah, the Amalfi, yeah.
Oisin,
Nice
what
one.
about you?
So it's
What's your
Malfi
favourite?
I'm a
gin.
big Beefeater
He's a
fan, so I'm
Beefeater.
gonna go with the English.
Look at this, looks like a great
English.
night, or as Lisa calls it, Tuesday.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, guys.